I'm Kitoto Sunshine Love, and welcome to Authentic Hour of the Soul. I have a special guest for you today, and I am so excited about this guest. She is the co-creator of Accelerated Light Healing. Her name is Vandana Artura. Am I pronouncing that correctly?
You're close, Kitoto. Very good, though. It's Vandana Atara. So
Vandana Atara. Okay.
No worries.
I should have thought 80s. Atara.
There you go.
Totally gotten it.
That's fine.
Thank you so much for coming onto the show. I just want to finish introducing this lovely guest. She has co-created something called Rich Healing Clearing Tools. And anybody who knows me knows that I love rich clearing tools. They just wipe through everything and immediately clear the emotions, the soul fragments, the issues, lifetimes, all of those beautiful things. And I will be quiet because I want to hear from her how this was developed. She co-created Accelerated Light Healing with Micaiah Miracle, and she and he have both given me the honor of being able to practice this. Yes, and I first saw the rich clearing video on YouTube, and it helped me get a car. So,
and not just any car, from what I understand, when we were speaking before, a Mercedes-Benz. So there you go.
Mercedes-Benz, absolutely.
There you go. Well, how does it get any better, right?
No, well, it could get better. It could be a solar powered
car. Let's just continue putting it out there and asking the question, that the universal question, you know, and it can keep getting better and better and better. So it's wonderful. Let's just open up that space of all possibilities and potentialities.
Absolutely. And that's what you're about. And I just wanted to say, and I'm so glad you said that the way that you did, that this woman will help you in a very non-judgmental way reach any goal that you want to reach. And she knows everything from Reiki to Accelerated Light Healing to interdimensional travel and interdimensional healing. And she also has a mentor who is so famous for being just a ball of love. Without further ado, I would like you to please tell us how this began.
That's always the question that I'm asked, and that I ask others when I interview people in that role. So how did it all begin? That's a great question, Kitoto. It seems like this was really just my God-given, goddess-given soul role in this lifetime, and that we're all assigned a certain soul role or a role to play, to learn from, to grow, develop, and expand, and really evolve into all that we can be. Mm-hmm. So Accelerated Light Healing really came about at the end of 2012, when we were really misinformed and misunderstood that it wasn't the end of an era, but the beginning of a new one on the Mayan calendar, December 21st, 2012. And we're moving into a new chapter, a new paradigm, a new era of enlightenment at that time. And we all sentient beings needed and continue to need something that works really fast, something that's super easy and effortless to apply, something that's magical, mystical, and practical at the same time. So this is all rolled into one modality, which encompasses the healing and transformation, the transformational benefits, I should say, of all traditions that have ever existed since the beginning of time as we know it, even though we know there is no such thing as linear time or space. So
some of us don't know that. Some of us, I just want to say for my viewers,
you're right.
Keep it authentic.
It's true.
There are some viewers and listeners who have no idea what we're even talking about when
right,
we say interdimensional healing and time not being linear. But
yeah, totally.
It's definitely a belief system that people have that everything is actually happening all at once.
Yeah, and that's fine, and that's totally cool, right? Because it's awesome that we're all in a different place, but we're all going back home to the same place, the same space together at different times and, at different speeds, or, we're all going to wind up at the same divine destiny, right? With the company of heaven, with our angels and archangels, who I know you love to work with and play with. So it's okay wherever you're at and whatever belief system you hold, whatever feels light and true is perfect for you. And also to be open, like I said before, to other alternate possibilities in other dimensions, timelines, galaxies, and realities, because we have divine intervention. There are these benevolent, kind, compassionate beings of light that are invisible to our human physical eyes, but they still exist, just like we know electricity exists. Energy is everything, right? But we can't necessarily see those things. But we know that we are always protected, supported, guided, and directed from behind the scenes. So accelerated light just really gives you the energy healing tools, makes them so readily available and tangible, and like I said, practical, that anyone can use the tools at any moment when something just really is not working, serving, or supporting you, and it needs to change in the wink or the blink of an eye. Like I Dream of Jeannie or like Bewitched.
Yes, Bewitched with the little nose. I was just going to say
it's
that.
kind of like that. We're all, we all have these super abilities, these avatar or city superpowers, right? We all have a different superhero power. Some people are more clairvoyant, some are more clairaudient. They see spirit, they hear spirit, they feel, many of us, especially on the call now, I'm sure on your show, are very sensitive star seed souls. I call them, sensitive souls or star seeds, and we all come from the stars. That also we've had many lifetimes on the earth as well, and many of us are ancient old souls that really have the key to unlock all of this hidden knowledge and those laws of attraction that we've been told is a secret, but actually is not a secret. It's really inside. It's inside of our hearts, and that's where our intuitive guidance system can be found. So living, from the heart space is everything, but the accelerated part is about that everything seems to be shifting. The vibration of the planet is lifting us up, raising us up. Our energy, our consciousness, our vibration, and even Nikola Tesla says that everything is just energy, frequency, and vibration. So what we're doing is we're learning how to plug in to the higher dimensional realms of unity and community, truth, transparency, and authenticity at accelerated speed, because everything is really moving us faster down our highest ascension timeline, where we can share our gifts, be of service, and have some fun in this lifetime.
Well, Vandana, I need to interrupt you there because you were talking about transparency and you were talking about authenticity. And I don't know if you've seen my show before, but I'm nothing if not authentic. I am on location at a beautiful ranch right now, and there's only so many rooms in this house that get great reception for the internet. So I'm here in the kitchen, racing from one background to the next because the green screen wouldn't work. And I can't see your face because it says waiting.
Oh, you can't see my face or your face.
Or my face, because so I don't know what I look like, guys. So
you look amazing. You look beautiful.
Thank you. And I saw you earlier and you're stunning. So
thank you.
We're really having a very authentic moment here, where it's kind of, and even where you move, I still can't see your face because it says waiting so big with the circle.
So what are we waiting for? What are we waiting for?
We're not waiting for anything. We're having.
No, we've done that. Been there, done that for trillions of years and lifetimes, and now it's time to really reclaim our our, soul mastery, our multidimensional magical mastery, self mastery. And so, yeah, so that's what this is, the long answer to your very profound question about how accelerated light healing came about. It just was a divine time, and it just, the heavens opened up, and the blessings and the downloads, the upgrades started like really pouring through us and radiating and spiraling all around us. And it just felt like, wow, people really need these tools to feel empowered, encouraged, hopeful, and really inspired,
Yes.
and to feel safe and supported, right, in a reality
Yes.
that actually serves us. And we need to, and we were the ones, and we still are the ones, to step forward to be the guardians of the new earth, and just to be that. I call myself a guide, yes, heal, a magical, amazing, miraculous healing, soul recovery, divine doctoring, spirit surgeries. They all take place through me as the hollow bone, right, as that channel of light, of a higher light and higher love, of a holy love, which we all need to embrace and embody during this timeline, especially because we know the old unauthentic ways of being are falling away and collapsing before our very eyes, which is great because the truth is coming out. The truth is, like, everything is being exposed in this light, this incredible galactic cosmic light.
Yes.
That's shining down on us at every moment.
Yes, absolutely. I was just saying yesterday, I was saying a prayer about something, and I was saying, let it be known, let the truth be known, let it be known, let it be known. And when you ask for the truth to be revealed, you can't go wrong. Jesus did talk about how people like to hide in the dark better than they wanted to be in the light. And there was going to be a time like that. And I believe that now is that time for a lot of people, because the planets are shifting. We're all trying to get this galactic peace. And so the planets are coming together, and we don't know necessarily each other's languages. And so we're manifesting something, and it looks like it's going to happen. And then I want to put this on a magnet. Shift happens. But then there's this great thing. It's called race, right? And so
Yes.
you can rich that, and you can race this, and you can just know as if by magic it's going to show up. And I would like to hear a personal story, if you don't mind, of something that you cleared with Rich and created with Race that happened for you.
Wow, so many things. I would say that my healing practice and my Vandana light healing, divine healing intervention program with Dr. Lorfan and the cosmic miraculous physicians and divine doulas, this interdimensional soul retrieval, all of these beings of light started beaming down and through me. And I've been asking for this to share even more light on the planet, to shine more light, and to give people the tools that they can also use to express their soul truth and to remember their soul role, and not to feel the density of this planet weighing them down, creating a lot of ungroundedness, chaos, and just too much energy to hold in our nervous systems. And this started really within the last couple of years, but it really took off with people feeling really resonating and really loving and feeling this deja vu, this remembrance, this resonance with the galactic physicians that oversee and overlight not only our physical, mental, emotional, and spiritual well-being, but but also our 3D medical institutions, because they come from the healing hospitals and the stars. And people have been feeling helpless and hopeless and very limited with the medical care, and very frustrated with the level of our medical care system, right? The way it is, that we know that it's pretty broken, and that not everyone is getting the help that they need to recover. And so I was just asking and praying and trusting and just receiving and really tuning in and listening to what my higher guidance, what my team, I call them my dream team, what they wanted me to do or bring or transmit on the planet, how I can help people even more to break free of all that density, anxiety, and intensity. Because a lot of people that feel too much, feel too deeply, including myself, are these empathic, very sensitive souls, are really absorbing other people's and other energies, even from other planets. So we need to practice. I needed a tool. I needed to bring in this team of beings so that people can feel that they are receiving the intervention, the guidance, the healing on all levels of their being, for their mind, body, spirit, and soul, even while they're sleeping. That all they have to do is just say, hey, Divine Healing Intervention Team, Dr. Lorfan, Dr. Fritz, Dr. Khan, please come in, the Arcturian medical assistants, Divine Mother, please come in and guide me and, wash me clean, clear, and pure of all of those old programs and impure, unholy thoughts and beliefs that are actually blocking and diminishing our light. Please help me. And then boom, they just came in all at once. And I've been calling them into every single healing session, with clients one-on-one, in group clearing sessions. And of course, I still always, if a space needs clearing, or there's negative energies in somebody's space, their living space, their office space, we'll still use the clearing codes, which are also cosmic, meaning they're not just 3D, they're higher, they're 50 dimensional, 6 and 7, and even as high as 15. So it gets to be pretty high sometimes. So these are very high frequency energies that people can use to raise their vibration, so they won't feel like a target or a victim of, the old paradigm that's still very much playing out in this world.
So many people actually believe it. Now, I deal with a lot of law of attraction believers. I deal with a lot of people that believe faith and prayer. And then, of course, a lot of light workers. But with particularly with Rich, which is release, integrate, clear, and harmonize.
Very good.
Thank you. It is so amazing, because it will actually go to past lives, and it will affect every molecule in the universe, and it will also affect everybody in your life. So I used to listen to a very popular healer who had meditations with angels, and she would say, everybody you've ever met will be blessed, everybody you know now will be blessed, and everybody you'll ever meet in the future will be blessed by all these archangels she was invoking. And you can do that with people that we haven't even met yet, or going beyond that, the ones we met in past lives, past eons, past planets, past galaxies, because you can actually take it and reintegrate our soul fragments or energy that was left in a place, all within a couple of seconds by saying one word, which I just think is so amazing, and it truly, truly works. And that's why I give my homage to both you and Micaiah. And I have really, and you're welcome. And I have really enjoyed working with you personally. You've given me sessions, you've given me healing, and you've helped me come to some realizations in some places that were not always easy to come to, but you did it with love and light. And by the end of the session, I felt like I was in a safe place. And your voice is so, it's so melodic, it's so motherly.
Aww.
So it's so incredibly safe to do those rich clearing, and you say auto reset, redirect, and all those.
Wow, you remember. I'm so impressed. Wow.
Thank you. You just
Aww.
You just really have this talent and this command about you that is so gentle at the same time as being so authoritative when you do your healings. And so I want to let my viewers know, and my listeners later, that Vandana, Atara, right? Like
yes. Kitoto, you're like awesome.
Atari,
like Atari, but just a little different. Well, right. Actually, Atara means crown of star. Well, actually, it has several meanings, but one of the meanings is the stars. So it represents, it symbolizes the stars. And then Aura is like my third name, which is basically like our crown chakra or our crown. So it's like crown of stars, crown of bright stars. And Vandana, which was given to me by Mother Amma, Amrita, and she is an embodied, self-realized master that is the representation of mother love, maternal love, holy, unconditional, higher love. And when she embraces you, she whispers in your ear, she gives you a mantra, and I asked her for a name. And then Vandana actually means to put your hands together in prayer. So it kind of
beautiful.
A blessing. It's an extremely high vibrational devotional name. And for a long time, I didn't actually use the name. And then one day I was speaking with someone, and that someone said, I think you should call yourself Vandana because that is your name and you are a vibrational match. And yes, the law of vibration or the law of attraction does exist, but I always include the word vibrational attraction. Because everything is vibration. And so anyway, when I started using my name Vandana, really people treated me and spoke with me and saw me in a much, like from a different lens, from a cosmic, luminous lens. So it's very interesting because our names, our birth names, always carry the memory or the vibration, the energy of everyone who's ever spoken our name, or everyone who ever spoke to us or about us, or wrote our name, or any of the above. So it's kind of, for me, it was kind of a way to really honor Mother Amma as well, and to feel that I am deserving enough and worthy enough to carry and embody the frequency of the name Vandana. So that's my little background story on names, because, you know, each letter, the sound of each letter, when you put all the letters together, they form a unique signature, soul signature. And that can actually shape your destiny, believe it or not. It's very Kabbalistic. So anyway, thank you, because Rich is about clearing basically not just the past, but even parallel lifetimes that are simultaneously playing out in other realities, right? In other universes and planes of existence. So it's not only, so we know there's no past, present, and future. We know that time is non-linear, but at the same time, it includes everything, past, what's going on right now, and what we could attract in the future if we remain sleeping and unconscious. That's why the Rich Clearing tool is so, it opens up, all of the blessings can start pouring in because you're clearing out, unzipping all the armor, the blocks, you're you're dropping the veils of amnesia. You're letting that just slip and fall away from you. And also it melts all the heart walls and the armor around your heart, around your brain, around your body, around your gut. So then it opens up all of your feelings, sensations, and your psychic awareness, your 5D telepathy, because we need all of that if we are going to ascend fully embodied. We don't want to have to die and be reborn again and again and again in this endless wheel of karma, which is really tiring. And many of us are old souls. You're an old soul for sure. And it's just like our souls can become very tired, depleted, exhausted, you know. It's not, if our bodies feel tired, it's because our souls are tired. And we want to reclaim our energy and our vitality and live forever, you know, because we're supposed to. Our DNA was actually programmed originally so that we have these codes of immortality, but we know what happened with that. Well, at least I know that you do. But anyway, there's so much to talk about. Yeah. So.
There really is. There's so much that you said, and I just want to interpret for my listeners and my viewers, because we have all walks of life.
We need closed captioning.
My first guest was my dentist, because he went above and beyond for me when I had autonomic dysfunction. And after that, I've had just all walks of life. So when you said about the vibration of the name and a name changing someone's destiny, I legally changed my name to Kitoto Sunshine Love. And it wasn't about the vibration of the words per se in terms of sound. It was, everybody started calling me Sunshine everywhere I went. And I kept hearing from different healers that I was love. But I didn't want to give up my first name, which I found a new meaning for. It used to mean my little child to me because I only knew one version of that name. But it actually means innocence. So innocence, sunshine, and love. It's really like bringing back my inner child for me.
Beautiful.
Yes, and giving me back that life that I didn't get. And I love what you said about when we use our birth name, it brings back everyone who's ever spoken it. It also brings back the 3D story. So what I found for me was when I left 3D and went to 5 and 7D, because I was in 7D for a little while. If I spoke with people from 3D or who knew the 3D Kitoto, it was painful. It was physically painful for my chakras because they didn't know who I really was. And that's what waking up is, to your true authenticity, to who you really are, to what you really want in life. And so it's just, it's beautiful that you help people create that, and you do that with the second part of the clearing tools, with the creation tool, which I'm always weary about saying it sometimes, because I'm like, did I just create something? Did I just create that?
Well, it's okay if you're conscious about it, if you were conscious when you created it. And even if you weren't, and if it was like I call them an app or an autopilot program that was still running in the background and it doesn't work, the good news is that everything's changeable and fixable, doable. So you could always uncreate it, right? To create more space, infinite space for something better to show up that would actually serve and support you.
Absolutely. I took the class for Accelerated Light Healing Level 1, and basically the energy was, okay, everything that is rich. And if you think you messed up by, like the scissors and the armor and all these different things, then you just say everything that brought up, rich. And that's what makes it really just takes the fear out of 5D and of ascension. There's so many other programs out there. And I know for me, I've experienced a lot of fear. And I remember you and I had a session together and you said that I was still stuck in fear in some areas. It really takes the fear out. And then when you have even these higher beings coming in and doing work for your clients, they can just lie back and relax and they can just in their minds go where they need to go and get the healing that they need. You may go for a session with Vandana and not eat Vandana. I apologize. You want to know why, guys? I'm not saying her name right. It's not because she's not fabulous. It's not because I don't authentically love her. It's not because I haven't been following.
Well, it's an unusual name. It's not like a commonly spoken name, so
it's because I know her other name. That's why.
That's fine too. I don't mind. It's like whatever you want to call me, you can call me. I'll still respond.
Well, I know I respect Vandana because when you told me the reason that you use it.
Yeah.
So, but I just wanted to explain to my viewers why I was tripping over it, because it's not what I call you. It's not how I met you. So, but I just wanted to say that you take that fear out of it and you prove with your healing modalities, that abundance is our birthright and the universe is love. And they really do just want us to be having what's going to give us bliss and joy.
Yes. And I think it's really important, Kitoto, to focus our intentions, our conscious intentions on how we would like our lives to look and feel, and spend more time in that space, and that sovereign space, the space of clarity. And that will help us when we say the code, when we call in the code or transmit through our lips, even silently in our hearts, we can say the code raise, just like abracadabra and alakazam. Words have power. And when you say something, you can actually manifest a whole lot. But like you said, but what if I manifest the wrong thing? I mean, there's no right, wrong, good, or bad anyway. So even if something doesn't work out for your highest and greatest good, so then you can just clear it by saying rich, right? And then start again. But and that's when you go into the reality reset, or the latest technology from really the higher dimensions, is also autocorrect or redirect, autocorrect, reset. And this way, all the energies will rearrange themselves in your field, outside of you and within you on a cellular subatomic level in your DNA. And then when everything sort of rearranges and recalibrates itself, then life becomes a lot easier. And then you can actually feel safe in your body and safe to really share your unique starseed gifts with the world, to speak your truth, to live your life to the fullest. So it is really important to spend more time, especially with the quickening, accelerated, rapid changes that are happening and playing out on the planet, to help us ascend with ease and grace. It's important to spend more time with envisioning and co-creating, right? Because we're all co-creators, authors, and we can write a new script. We can rewrite our soul records even. We can change everything with this new book of life. And we don't have to go by the old scripts and stories anymore, because they only limit us and keep us small. And we're, infinite beings. So it's really important to stay more in the, dream your childhood dreams and fantasies into reality, into a reality that would actually be fun to live in, and that where you can thrive and not just survive, right? That's, again, the old survival reptilian brain. We're moving into the higher mind, the star mind, right? And that's why it's important not to focus on what's wrong or what's lacking or what's really sucking about your life, to put
the illusion of it,
right? Or the illusion of that. Or, especially what keeps us in bondage and in imprisonment, our own self-imposed imprisonment, is the illusion that, you know, there's something wrong with us, it's our fault, where we take things personally. So whenever we take things personally, we always suffer and we always become attached. And then we wonder why we have all these attachments that don't feel so good, that can actually hurt us and contract us, right? So it's interesting.
I love that you just said that. Forgive me for interrupting, but I just have to say,
fine.
I have that a friend who was waving in the window before, who's consistently telling me, you take too many things personally, Kitoto. Don't take it personal. Don't take it personal. But it's not like while I'm standing in front of all these people, I can say, well, whatever that is, Rich. You know?
No, you don't have to. Say it to yourself silently.
Right.
And it still works the same. It still is powerful.
It is, but it is. And sometimes I forget, like, especially during times like now, Lionsgate, which is a time to face one's fears and conquer them.
Yes.
So just in the interest of authenticity, I must say that right up until maybe 20 minutes before the show, I was afraid of doing the show. And I was like, I don't think I can go on. I don't think I can do this, you know? And this is that energy that we just got through the lunar eclipses. We got through the black new moon. We got through the Mercury retrograde. And now here we are in Lionsgate, that you have the opportunity, the choice to conquer your fears and do it, or to cower back into 3D. And so I came and I said, and my friend was like, how can I help? How can I help? How can I help? Yes, isn't that great? And so
that's so sweet.
It is. And that's real life. That it doesn't matter if you are an amazing light worker such as yourself, or if you are somebody who has a podcast. We are all dealing with the planetary shifts right now. We're all dealing with what the universe wants us to focus on. They have us focus on. And so for me, Lionsgate is conquering fears. It's that courage. And for me, it was a fear. And I'm like, you know what? Just be who you are, Kitoto. What would you normally say? This is what I'm looking at. It's still saying waiting. I still can't see your face. I see it a little bit. But my viewers need to hear that, because otherwise it's that pink elephant in the room, and there's really no fear in just saying what you're thinking and feeling and what's really going on in life.
And being vulnerable. That's the energy. That's the transparency, the vulnerability, and living in an open heart, you know, because our heart contains you know, all of the secret ingredients to our holiness, our godliness. And it also contains, really, this is how we travel safely. This is how we soul travel, through our hearts, open doors. And if we have all these heart walls and blocks and armor, because our heart was broken, allow your heart to be broken open. And allow yourself to clearly, like, to be real and raw, and let people know how you're feeling, and to honor all of your feelings in each and every moment, right? And this will allow you to be more present for yourself, with your guides, with your angels, archangels, and with others, with your loved ones, you know, those in your life and those coming in the future. Right. So with the planet, with the masses, with all of humanity. So it is really interesting. It's an interesting time that we're in, and the full moon's coming up, I think, very soon.
Again, another planet, well, not that the moon is necessarily
right.
It's another
opportunity. It's an opportunity to reemerge as our truest self and our own savior. And I was going to say about fear. So it's interesting. We're taught, break out of it, or you got to conquer it. You got to fight it off, or you got to push all those negative entities or energies away from you. It's more about really loving everything that is, just as it is, because, and trusting that everything that happens, there's always there's always a silver lining. There's always a blessing. The universe is always overseeing and overlighting us, protecting us, guiding us, and we need to reestablish that connection, that soul connection, our soul body and our physical body. If we feel when we get disconnected and unplugged from source, from our powers, from all that is, from all of creation, that's when we also can feel like a martyr, a victim, an orphan, a motherless child, or we feel
I sing that all the time.
Everything got brought up, unlock, cancel, clear, and rich. Rich that right out of your field. But at the same time, make peace with it. Don't feel like there's a wrongness here, but actually there's what's the strongness about you that you were able to admit that, right? And that that you are accepting and allowing everything about you to be just as it is, to love the skin you're in, to be that bright star that you truly are, you know what I mean? And to love everything, even the shadows. It's really important. It's very helpful. I should say that. It's very helpful to face the fear, because fear isn't real anyway, although it feels real, but it's all ancestral. It's all passed down to us in the womb from past lives. And everything that you or anyone have ever judged about your situation not being good enough, not being, not having enough, or whatever lack is showing up or not showing up in your life. It's just, it's important to, I forgot where I was going. It's important to let all that go and to face the fear head on. Oh, and to not take it personally, but also it didn't start with you. And I think I even told you that during one of your last private sessions that we had together. Whatever problem or challenge or adversity you're facing, everything's just temporary anyway. Nothing lasts forever. So everything is subject to change at any given notice. So we have to be sort of okay with everything. So face the fear, love the fear, whatever it is that feels like fear, because maybe it's actually excitement that's presenting itself as fear, because they kind of can feel similar, this like this buzzing, this like tingling, this like, oh my God, maybe it's not fear or anxiety, it's more like excitement and anticipation about all the blessings that are just waiting to touch your life.
Absolutely. And sometimes we also pick up on other people's feelings too, and it never occurred to me that it could be somebody else's excitement, or that it could be our own excitement, or that it could be something positive as opposed to something negative. I know for myself, I'm new in this ascension process. I woke up 3.5 years ago, and to say that it's been easy wouldn't be true. But I also have to say that when you were talking about invoking, Mother Mary and purifying and all those things, I invoke Kuan Yin, the Arcturians, the Palladians, creation, God, Jesus, Metatron, Sandalphon, fairies, tree spirits, to make a portal and to come in and to bless a place with love. And I've had the honor of being able to see future children, to be able to see loved ones from my past, to be able to know that Shekinah glory came in the room, to be able to have these amazing experiences. So when you talk about opportunity, as opposed to me thinking, oh, great, here's another full moon after we just finished, right? That's the old paradigm. You're absolutely right, because I did tell somebody that I'm careful when I talk about ascension with people, because I know if they're in a matrix that doesn't have that belief system, it can be quite frightening. But
Yeah.
when you talk about the opportunities, I have been able to go to a beautiful Buddhist temple, worship Kuan Yin, and see the presence of the angels and the gods and the creation and the Arcturians come in and bless it.
So beautiful.
Yes, they blessed the very place that I kneeled at her statue. That Jesus himself blessed it so I could kneel down. And I wouldn't get that if I didn't face the fear and go through the Lionsgate portal the first time in 2016. And then also listen to people like you and some of the other people that I've had on my show who teach us the tools we need to see it as a blessing.
Yes.
And not as something that's so, oh, this is change, let's fear this. I actually wrote to my producer about you that your accelerated light healing will bless your mind as it blows it wide open.
I love it. And it cracks open your broken, it opens your broken heart. So, you know, if your heart is broken, you know, who says that's a bad thing or something to hide from the world, you know, because then it's broken open and it's not a breakdown. Like some people say, oh, I feel like I'm having a nervous breakdown or I'm, you know, everything's breaking apart or falling apart, but it's more of a breakthrough, you know, so it really depends on how you use the energy that's so readily available, especially right now. There's a lot of energy on the earth, a lot of galactic energy. The Schumann resonance is spiking so high. There's a lot of energy here that we can use to benefit, to serve us and to serve the world, to be that beacon of light for the world, to share our gifts and to really be of service and to be all that we are. And that every challenge that seems to be a challenge, it actually is masquerading as a golden opportunity, and that we're all alchemists, we're all magical beings. We can turn everything around. We can, you know, turn copper into gold. We can transmute copper into gold or lemonades. What do? You make lemons. So, yeah. So life can be very, very magical when we're open to
absolutely
feel like we deserve to have a magical life, to create that.
And for others as well. And I couldn't help but be reminded of something that I'm trying to plan and that I'm doing for 11/11, which is Peace for America's Government. And it's going to be a group call where we send love and light to all the government figures, but especially Trump, because so many people that I talk to don't have kind things to say about this man. And I'll say up until now, because I'm going to meet somebody, I'm calling it out there in the universe. I'm going to meet some people that send this man love. Because what I learned is in this ascension process is that anything less than love, this is a woman named Dawn Clark who had a near-death experience. She taught me anything less than love is just begging to be healed.
Yes, and to be loved and accepted. And that's including our own shadows, what we call shadows that we hide from the world that contain our greatest gifts. And it's our greatest source of energy and vitality and creativity. So yes, and the spiritual government, good luck and congratulations. That is wonderful. There's a spiritual teacher that's been around forever, and I love her. And she always talks about the spiritual hierarchies of light and spiritual governments and what the ascension plan is, and that we're still in the pre-ascension mode of this. That's why we have all of these, you know, left, right, up, down, all of the different opposing teams. But her name is Patricia Coates Robles. I think that is, I'm pronouncing her name correctly. Or is it Patricia Cota Robles? But anyway, she's amazing. And you reminded me of what she has to say, what she channels. So I definitely recommend, you know, getting in touch with her about it. But whatever you're guided, just follow, trust your intuition and follow
Yes.
this energy, because it's always going to be benefiting us all when you trust your intuition.
Well, my intuition is saying we'd love to have you join us even if you can just put rose quartz crystals around a picture of the White House on that day.
Are you going there?
No.
Okay.
No, what we're going to do is a group call and
Okay.
have just people create a sacred space.
I'll be there.
Rose quartz crystals. Thank
you
so much.
I'd love to participate and share an activation and facilitate something really like high frequency to radiate that light. Yeah, I can feel that this is going to be a very auspicious occasion, and that it's going to create very positive impact, and that it's going to really ripple out to the entire planet, to the masses. So even people who have been unconscious, unaware, and sleeping, or resistant to change, they will even become enlightened and awakened after this transmission. So I'm looking forward to that one.
Oh, wow. Thank you so much. I am actually, my vision for it is unity. I'm seeing people praying. I'm seeing people sending intentions. I'm seeing people simply just put the stones around the picture. I'm seeing people simply just wishing or just saying, I love you, President Trump, or whatever it is, whatever their belief system, doesn't matter, because as you've said, we're all one. We're all from stars. And I'm seeing it as being the opportunity to be a huge unity event where everybody can just drop the armor, as you say, and drop the swords, lay down our swords and say, okay, this is a child of God, of creator, of source, of the universe. All these people in the White House, they're all beloved by someone. Let's send them love. One of the things I learned is that people can become what you expect of them. So let's expect them to rock our socks off by making this country fabulous.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Well said. And, I wanted to just speak about for a moment, because I'm just also monitoring the time, and about really fully embodying our divine femininity and sacred masculinity to heal the ancestral, generational, intergenerational, multidimensional wounds of, not being mothered or fathered properly, and also not being heard or seen or acknowledged for who we are growing up, not being unconditionally loved maybe, or attended to, played with, hugged or held by our mothers, and also not feeling provided for, not being provided for, or mentored by our fathers. So we need to remother, refather, and really reparent our inner child. And so I put together a special package, a free gift for your listeners that I wanted to share, if that's okay with you.
Yes, thank you so much. And I will be putting it in the comments on YouTube. I will also put it in the comments on my Facebook page so they can connect to the link. And I encourage you to listen to this beautiful free gift that Vandana has prepared for you. I would love to hear more about what you have to say, but we are almost out of time. So I would ask you if you could do one thing for our planet, one act, what would it be?
Save the planet. Save our planet from extinction. Save the animals. Save all life forms, all sentient beings, and be responsible guardians of the planet, and love Gaia free of all of the suffering that she has been that has been imposed on her and give back to her, right? And be her caretaker just as she has been ours. So that would be the main thing, really. It really all kind of boils down to that, because we are going through a great shift. We know that. But we also know that we can, with love changes everything. And so
yes,
we can, when we can love her free, we love ourselves free, we love our ancestors free. We know that we're all related and interconnected, interwoven in this web of life. But yeah, I would just say if I could do that, then yeah, then my soul role would definitely be fulfilled in this go around for sure.
That's beautiful. That's beautiful. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
I almost called you the other name. Thank you so
oh
much.
My God, no, not the other name.
I know. I'm just trying to respect your, not just your privacy, but also your choice to evolve and grow and become someone else. It's my sister. She changed her name. She just changed the pronunciation of one vowel in her name.
Oh, wow.
So I'm very conscious to make sure that even when I refer to her when she's not around, that I respect that vowel. And that's where that's coming from, Vandana. So I want to thank you so much. Thank you for being on the show. You have been a plethora of information. You are a goddess and so talented. Your website, thank you, is up on our video screen. And if anybody wants to get in touch with Vandana, you can also find her on the internet, vandanalighealing.com. Am I correct? That is the web address.
Very good. You want to spell that out, or you want to spell my name? You want to see if you could spell it?
If I can spell it?
Yeah.
V-A-N. Do I have time? Okay, we have 2 minutes. VANDANALIGHTHEALING.
Yeah, awesome. Very good. You passed the test.
I passed the test and spell it out when it's written right underneath your picture. But I can't see it.
Now you'll never forget.
I still see it saying waiting. So I guess the universe wanted us to know that whatever we've been creating through rich and race clearing tools, we're still waiting, but it's coming. I think that's the answer right there. It's coming.
And we're mirror images, reflections of each other's soul, and that you don't really need to see yourself when you can, or even me, because this is all just like a mask anyway. This is just a temporary body and face anyway. So the most important thing is that we're connected soul to soul, heart to heart, and soul to soul. So I thank you for giving me this beautiful golden opportunity, and many blessings to you, Kitoto.
Many blessings to you as well. Thank you so much for coming on the show, especially when you go on so many. We love you. Bye-bye.
Love you too.